ultrasound for acute abdomen. Very quickly, if you look at this probe, you will see that if I put it like this and divide it to A and B side, what would appear here when I do the scan? It would appear on the A side, and whatever on the B side, it cuts and appears on correlating side. The arrow would be here, it correlates with the point over here. And to start off, I'm going to do today just to show the ultrasound of the aorta, ultrasound of the pancreas, ultrasound of the liver, gallbladder, kidney, the stomach, small bowel, large bowel and appendix. Because we do get patients in acute abdomen, it can be just about anything. It can be dissecting aorta, aortic aneurysm, acute pancreatitis, hepatic abscess, cholelithiasis, cholecystitis, renal calculi, hydronephrosis, or bowel obstruction, or even perforated gastric ulcer, or even acute appendicitis. So, here, putting in the gel and straight away putting it over the epigastric area. For aorta, what you would readily see, you will see a large shadow here. This is putting it here with the arrow towards this side. This is the vertebra, large shadow. Sitting on the vertebra will be a pulsatile coin-like lesion, which is the aorta. And if you run it from here towards the umbilicus, it will bifurcate towards right and left. You would detect it and you could measure it side to side, and the size shouldn't be more than 3 centimeters. If you get it to the common iliac arteries over the right and left, the size should be half of that, not more than about 1.5 centimeters. So if I run it from here, okay, straight, so this is the aorta, and over here is the inferior vena cava. So I'm running it down, 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 and then it bifurcates to right and left. That's your aorta. And if you twist it, you can actually, from there, you can have a sagittal view, and you could also see if there's any false lumen by applying color over there. Alright, so that is the aorta. And you can also take a look at the pancreas, or in suspect of acute pancreatitis, straight away put it in the middle over here, and try to locate the same thing from the aorta. If you move upwards, you will find there's a small pulsatile structure there. That is your superior mesenteric artery. Next to it will be the splenic vein. It's a little bit like a tadpole, and that will be your head of pancreas. Yeah? And this is your head of pancreas, and you can move leftwards, and you will form the body, the pancreas, and the tail. Yeah? Body and the tail. So that in acute pancreatitis, you can see it's more of hypoechoic. It can be, you can see pseudocysts in chronic pancreatitis as well. For liver, you just run it from across the subcostal margin like this, with the arrow here towards this side, and it follow until the lateral wall of the chest. And what you do, you come from here, you move here and tilt it all the way and explore the liver. Okay, increase the depth, and there you go. You could see the liver, and you could explore it. And if you see any abscess, you'll be able to see hypoechoic presentation inside. And along the way, when you explore the liver, you can see the gallbladder as well, and you can measure the wall of the gallbladder, like here, and you can see whether there is any stones inside the wall. Yeah? So here there is the gallbladder, and you could measure the size, which should not be more than 4 millimeters. If it is more than that, then you are thinking of acute cholecystitis. Yeah. Now, for the kidney, what you need to do is just you just need to put your probe angling towards posterior like that over the subcostal area on the lateral side, and you will be able to get your kidney. Yeah? And you'll be looking for whether there is any echogenic lesion with shadow, because you will be thinking of renal stone. Okay. So from there, you will also be able to look at the any hydronephrosis. Yeah, that's the kidney. Okay, and for the left side, you can see this over the posterior area. Over here, a bit more posterior, and you can view the kidney and see whether there's any hydronephrosis which appear as a hypoechoic presentation over the medulla area. You could explore the stomach by placing it in a surgical manner over here, and straight away you can see left liver lobe, and if there's perforated gastric ulcer, you will see bowel gas over here in a very bright shadow. And you could follow the structure of the stomach from here, from the esophagus to the stomach. It goes through the duodenum and towards this side. You won't see much without obstruction, but in obstruction you can see dilated wall with fluid filled inside. You could explore the small bowel by lawn mowing it from here up, down, like that, in the center of the abdomen. And if you move it like that, in normal patient you won't see much except for bowel gas, which appears like bright shadows. But in obstruction you will see thickened wall with fluid filled and sometimes paralysis. And you would complete it by doing scan towards the ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon, and towards the sigmoid and rectum. And finally, you can assess the appendicitis by changing it into high frequency probe. And how do you do it? It's just easily you can just locate the superior mesenteric artery, because here, the common iliac artery. From here, aorta, you will bifurcate to the right and left common iliac artery. And you know the right common iliac artery will move towards the right leg fossa. Around the McBurney area, try to locate the superior mesenteric artery. There you go. And close to it would be your appendix. Find a target-like lesion or a blind structure, and next to it you can see there's a blind structure over here. It's difficult when it is not inflamed, but okay, over here you find there's a blind structure over there. So this is likely to be the appendix, and you could measure it side to side. It should not be more than 7 millimeters. It's about 3.6 millimeters. We consider it inflamed if it's more than 7 millimeters. So that's images of acute abdomen ultrasound.